Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third in our series of four guest artist masterclasses for the Vancouver Symphony Orchestral Institute 2021. We are having a fabulous first week of the Institute with another jam-packed week coming up tomorrow. We have with us this year 106 students from all around the world participating with 32 VSO musician faculty members, as well as our four world-renowned guest artists. And we're so thrilled to have them here with us. Today, we are honored to be joined by Canadian brass pedagogue and legend and trombonist Alain Trudel. And he's going to do some fantastic work with our students. And before we begin, we want to give a huge thank you to our sponsors and partners for these masterclasses, specifically for Alain's class, to our friends at Yamaha Canada and Long and McQuaid Musical Instruments. We are so grateful for your support and partnership in making this possible today for our students. Additionally, our VSOI sponsors, Stingray Music, the RBC Foundation, TELUS, and Newmont Canada. So thanks so much to our sponsors for making all of this possible. And without taking any more time, let's turn it over to you, Alain, and we'll get started.
Thank you very much, Christine. Very nice to see all of you. First, before I play one note or say anything, I want to do the biggest shout out to my great friend Roger Cole, who had the most fabulous career a oboist can have in any orchestra. He's an incredible musician. I had the great privilege of having him as my principal oboe for the CBC Radio Orchestra, and of course, he was with your orchestra for decades and decades. He's a force of nature, but he's also a force of music. And I'm just happy he's going to be around and still working with the kids because he's an inspiration to everybody. So, Roger, you're the man. Okay. All right. So, that being said, I'm going to try to play as well as him maybe today. It's not possible, but it's okay. So, we're going to start. We agreed that I start by doing some kind of little bit of what I do to make my chops work most of the time. So I'll start with a normal day, and then I'll go into a bad day. Okay, so I don't know what day it is because I haven't played yet, but it feels okay, so it should be good. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so let's say it's a normal day. There are three things I really want to make sure that I do every day. I just, you talk about long tones. I Nobody likes to do long tones. I mean, well, some people do, I guess, but for me, it's and I. It's not that I don't like to do long tones because it's a trombone. It's a beautiful sound. The trombone. It's nice to listen to, but I'm always scared I'm going to be stuck in one note and then stuck on another note, which goes against the principle of flexibility. So I thought at some point, so Clark exercise for trumpet, and yes, I played valve trombone too, but I thought maybe I can adapt this by glissing and just something. So it's very important to keep in mind what the concepts of the little not studies, but the little exercise I'm doing, because they're very simple, my exercise, but it's important to have in mind what the purpose is and what you should be thinking when you're doing. So what I'm doing is a long tone on B flat. Just on B flat by moving my slide. So it's important when you move the slide not to go down as if you're playing the other notes, but just to play that B flat. So you take a good breath, slow and low, like, and the air comes out like this. You always have to think the air is going straight through. So it does many things. For us trombone players, it's important to be aware that there's a fifth position that exists. For you guys, it's easy. You press 2 and 3 and it's fine. But for us, if we don't incorporate anything in that neighborhood, it's very easy to have it out of tune sometimes. So I just do like a scale by tone, just 3 notes. That enables you to do already the fifth position, and then the sixth, and then 5, 7. So it's like doing those, on the valve instrument. Whoops, sorry, the other way. Those on the valve instrument, which are difficult for legato sometimes because you go through so many weird tubing. But for us, it's important because there's two bad things that can happen. Is that first of all, you don't really quite get to the position. And listen, I'm 5'10". I have just normal, barely normal arms, so I have to stretch to do a seventh position. So it's normal to do that. I see people kind of cheating a little bit. You have to make sure, otherwise, you play your scales after and it's deficient. So that's one thing. The other thing is that you have to make sure that you don't with your face as you go down to a knee. Some people do that a little bit with their face. Not there, but they do it an octave lower. But I start there, and you will see why it's very important to have good hygiene of playing and the easy stuff. So we do the same. Good breath, slow, low, take your shoulders down, and poof, straight up. And you do a little diminuendo at the end. Then, when you can do that, then you go. And then the same. Danger comes here for B natural, especially for tenor trombone players, and also for trumpet players. When you play like on your B flat trumpet, the G, and you go down to C sharp, often go. You need to go like a long tone, like you're playing. If you're playing for trumpet, B flat trumpet, a G in the staff. For trombone, an F. For the horns, it's something else because you're kind of in that range between us. So everything is a little bit higher down. So you start you should start a fifth higher than us, just to make sure that you live in that neighborhood, which is not the trombone register. So sometimes we do that mistake like that as horn players that, you take a trombone exercise or you take a trumpet exercise and you play it as is. I really recommend you do a partial or two higher. Then you do the whole thing because you have to go lower and you have to go higher because of the repertoire that you have to play, the control, the register, and the different sections of the orchestra that you play, different colors you have to play. So it's important to do that. I do it also, but for us, it starts on the B flat. So if I'm doing that, no, I'll do the wrong way now. Not enough air. So you see, it sounds because I didn't take enough air. So I'm playing what we would call it is very choppy. The sound like you play the air through your chops. It's not just the air that goes through. And the air, if you think like this, it will be fine. If you think like this, maybe you're going to wind up, a little bit like that. You don't want to do that. And I kind of change my position. I anchor down like that to go play the B natural. You don't want that either. It's really like a long tone on the first note. It's something like don't do that. I'll sing what I'm thinking and I'll play what I'm playing. So you keep the note. Okay. So you always have the same position. Then what I like to do very much, I like to vary. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm not playing to by my room, but it's a good. Same thing. Then I go to. Not. No. Just straight as if you're playing that one note. So it's like a true sound all the way. It's just always, and then the aperture does the job, but it's fine. Sorry, I have a few questions. I'm just gonna look. I verbally recognize them. We good? Oh, okay. Yeah. So again, make sure that We give a big thank you to Yamaha for me to being here today. Don't forget Roger, you're the man. Okay, this is just getting acquainted, just getting some air through the horn, but in a way that's intelligent. Like I've never been the strongest player, the highest, the lowest, but I try to be very wise about it. I try to be really intelligent on what I'm doing because, first of all, I don't have a lot of time to play because I conduct all the time. So I have very little time. I try to do a synthesis of everything that is needed. After that, I go to flexibility. Of course, flexibility is moving from one note to the other. So if you're already moving with the slide or moving just with your valves, you're going, it's a kind of flexibility. You probably noticed or didn't notice, I haven't used the tongue yet on my first notes. I just want to go. It's possible to play those with a minimum of security without the tongue. It's good to practice without it because you don't rely on the tongue to start a note. And you know, when we get nervous, very often we go, okay, da, and then it becomes a hit or miss kind of thing. That we don't want to get in the hit or miss business. We want to have. It's like making pottery. If you have to make, when I was a kid, it's very different. You used to make like ashtrays. Now it's not like that. Let's say you're making a flower pot, okay, out of pottery, and you have two choices. I give you just exactly what you need, and you go like, you try to make it perfect because you only have as much as you need, or you take a big square and you go on the turn, and then you feel like you have some room to maneuver to do something. So that's what I'm trying to do with those exercises at the beginning, to create a lot of room around making a note, because then you have, you know, it's not like you're within 1% of hitting or missing. It's not that. It's just the note in general. Yeah. So then I go into some flexibility. Things like that, or that's in Roger Bobo, Mastering the Tuba. I mean, it's a basic exercise, but I use three books really when I practice. Well, I don't use them anymore because I know by heart, but you know, I these are things I go back to. Is Arba, is the Bible, you know. If you can do that, you can have a career. You know, if you're going, just forget about it. You know, go back to your room, practice until you can do. Because that's the sign of longevity when you play, because you're not fighting with the instrument. You're Everything is lined up, everything is synchronated, air, articulation, placement of finger or arm. So it's basic. It's like for all instruments, but for us especially, the air and the release of the tongue. I say release because I don't think of attacking the note, and I don't like the term attacking because it looks like you're going to have a war with your instrument. You know, there was a very famous trombone player in Montreal. And once he was playing in the symphony, not full time, but he was playing in the conductor was Franz Paul Decker was telling him, first trombone, attack the note. And he said, Maestro, I'm attacking the note, but it's defending itself. so, so, it's funny. It sounds stupid, but there's something behind it that says, attacking. Maybe you just want to either release or define, articulate, but let's not use the word attack. Okay, I know they're just words, but words mean things, right? So it's important to use the right word for the right thing you want to say. So let's say that we are in the flexibility. For me, there's three books. I said the Arban, Schlossberg is also Bible, and I really, really, really like. No, so four books, but that'll be all. Okay, four books. Roger Bobo, Mastering the Tuba is fantastic, and it has a lot of explanation. Sometimes, even as professional, you forget things. You go like, you take for granted because it works, and then some days it doesn't work as well, and then you're like, oh, what's happening? Then you read a little bit. Roger is c'est un sage, c'est un grand sage du tuba, right? So it's a wise man of the instrument of brass, and you read a little bit. You go, oh yeah, it's true. It's that. A lot of exercise with air also, things you cannot do if you're not blowing air in the instrument. So it doesn't tell you to blow air, but it's quite obvious that you cannot do it. The other one is a book by Gilles Sonon that nobody has. And they're just things about flexibility that are like that. Listening and things like little exercise. They're fun, they're melodic and they're difficult. It doesn't look so difficult, but this took me a long time just to be able to do without forcing, because it's three partials, right? Two partials, but it has to be creamy. So there's a lot of practice to get to that. That's where you go back to your Schlossberg, Very important, the low note. Do not underestimate how straight it has to be, how in control. Not, that's not acceptable, right? Well, you should not accept it when you play. It's not about getting the notes. It's the phrase. Then, if you can do that well, then down the line you play Tuba Mirum and the Mozart Requiem, and it sounds good. They all have a use. You have to be wise. For me, I had the exercise in the same book of Schlossberg that I used to think. I close my eyes and I think there's a full audience. I have to be in a really bad sixth position to play this. So I wait and go. And you wait. Then you put it there. Everybody's looking. Take a breath. You don't care. And things like that. Yeah, psychologically, they're good exercise. Like what goes through your mind? I'm playing and I'm thinking everything that would scare me, like in an audience, I put it there, and I go, okay, take a breath, take some time enough to, and then find your little secret garden inside that you feel good. For me, it has a lot to do with the positioning. I'm gonna go, nah. I feel like that. Anyway, so that's a lot of that. Then the third, so flexibility, they're all good. In Roger's book, I love it because he has half of it are, a lot of them are stamp exercises, but half of it you slur, half of it you articulate. It could be anything. I mean, I'm just trying to make some up, but as long as those are connected, you probably noticed that for me now I'm doing slurred articulated, is to give me an intro to my third thing, which is articulation and playing scales. So I'm doing articulation. Now, articulation and scales, we get in trouble with that because we don't practice enough scales. I don't care how much scales you practice, not enough. I don't know you, but I know you don't practice enough scales. I know me, I don't practice enough scales, and I play scales all the time. So, like I have a scale exercise for lazy people, like major scales. Like you switch every octave or minor. You can have, I don't know, yeah, let's say this. So it's like, whoa, what are you doing? You know what? If you have to think about notes when you play your scales, you haven't practiced scales enough. You should be able to do some of this, like change every octave, change minor melodic, change major, you know. And it should be, you should be able to start to scale on any note, not just. And also, I'm practicing my slow double tonguing, by the way. You could also start. You know, that's fine. Hey, but you know, D flat should be fine also, and B major should be fine also. It shouldn't be like, you know, until four sharps and four flats. I know it sounds insulting. I know all of you know them well, but we never know them enough. Sometimes I have people playing excerpts for me. Just a second, Alain. Five more. Oh yes, okay. Hi, good. Thanks for the heads up. Um, Sometimes I have people for me playing for me, like I don't know, they're playing let's say morceau symphonique, and they really mess up that first bar. I say, well, do you practice E flat major? They say, oh yeah. I said, because you should see that arrive, and you don't even think about it, you know, and that's very important. So, an excerpt, same thing. If we play, if you play Gazzarella, yeah, it's E major, it's fine. Then it's C sharp minor, then it's B7. So all of those you practice while playing articulation. The last thing I'm going to say is that when you play articulation, I like to give this example of, it's like a French bread compared to a complete sliced bread. So sliced bread is completely sliced, so it's different slice like this. But if you just put a little bit on top of the bread and the loaf stays complete, it's like it's still good articulation, but I don't cut the note completely. A lot of people do that, and actually, short is a perception. Big sound is a perception. Short notes are a perception. So if you're in a hall and you present your a beautiful sound, it sounds big. It's not that. It's not bigger. It's my sound, but it's the way that's presented. It's not too much. There's too much tongue, then it sounds like it's small because it's aggressive, and it's the same thing with articulation. If you sound, you can look, it's nice and tight and it's short. It's not short. I'm playing bell tones on every note almost. Slow motion would be, and that's the last thing. Then we go to all of you. It's not. It's So that's the idea. Okay. So I'm trying to do exercise. All the exercise I do, I keep this concept in my head. There's more, but this is the basic. If you do a little bit of that, you don't play too high, you don't play too low. Start in the middle, or a little, well, depending on each tessiture of instruments. So horn, your middle is higher than us. Our middle is a little bit similar to trumpet, maybe. I wouldn't start on the F. I put our middle on B flat, you know, so a C trumpet, C on a B flat trumpet, and then work your way up, down, three books like that, you're fine, you know. So anyway, so thank you very much for enduring me for my little presentation here, and I think we're going to introduce our artist today.
It's the famous phrase of COVID times. You're muted. So we need a T-shirt that says that. Thank you for that, Alain. We're going to go ahead and move on to our student performances now. And so first up will be Justin Coe, and we'll send everyone else backstage for a bit while Justin performs.
Bye, guys.
You can get ready. So Justin, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're joining from, and what you're going to play today.
Hi, I'm from Richmond Hill, Ontario, and I'll be going into trumpet performance next year at the University of Toronto. Today I'll be playing a couple orchestral excerpts. I'll be playing the Promenade from Pictures at an Exhibition, the offstage trumpet solo from Pines of Rome, and the opening to Mahler's Fifth Symphony.
Fabulous. Okay, so I'll head backstage, and Alain, I'll help you keep time in the chat, about 15 minutes.
Yes, thank you.
Student.
Okay. Justin, is it okay if we do an excerpt, we talk about it, then another excerpt, we talk about it?
Yeah, perfect.
So not all three at a time, each at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Sounds good. Sounds good, man. It's better than the YouTube you said. I mean, it sounds good on both. It was I was wondering if you'd play it as slow as. Okay, sorry. Okay, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay, good. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, because it was a little slow on the YouTube that you sent. I mean, you have to think it's a promenade. Right? You're kind of walking down, down, dee, da, 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 da. So not too slow. I like that. It's much better. Yeah. Tuning is not bad at all. It's interesting. You have to watch it a bit. Down, da, dee. Sometimes we sit a lot on the F.
Mm-hmm.
Sol, fa, si. So maybe you want to make sure that one has the same ring as the others. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it has the same ring as the other notes. The concert F. Yeah. And that sounds good. I mean, there's a difficulty of not being next to you. I don't know how much grainy was your high A flat. It sounded like you kind of you played it more with your chops than with the air. I don't know if you felt that way.
Yeah.
Did you feel that way too?
Yeah, I could have definitely used more air on that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that starts at the beginning, though. You prepare the A flat from the first note you play, because it's kind of like I was saying, the hygiene and the demeanor that you have. If you're playing, if you start like. It's pretty good if you start. It's more stuck on your chops than harmonics. Think harmonics and maybe a bit less stuck on the chops. And then when you get to the A flat, it's bouncy a little bit in the sound. You want to play it again?
Sure.
Okay. So it's very good. Don't go changing everything. It's just a lot of air, and think the trajectory of the air straight like this more than like this. Okay. Through your head more than through your face.
All right.
So through the top of your head more than through your face. Okay. Do you like that?
I didn't think that was.
It's a bit more difficult to control at the beginning because it's like, right?
Yeah.
It sounds with a lot of harmonics. I think it's beautiful. Also, I think you still have the A flat thing that you're kind of have the thing you're pushing a little bit on your face for the A flat, but it's not bad. I mean, you play it, it's fine. But you want to make sure that this comes as a make-do solution if you're stuck. not as if you're go-to. So like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't have enough valves to do a. It's a horn exercise. Not enough tubing on trumpet, but yeah, I'm trying to find. Let me do. You can play with your chops, or you can do. It's more the pronunciation. Do you have a feeling that you do ta ti ta or you ta ta ta?
I think
What's
right
your
now
feeling?
I'm probably playing more da D probably.
Yeah. Ta ti ta. Can you just do that part? Si fa sol mi si do la fa mi re la. And the air going through like this. Uh, Same thing. Sorry, do it again. Yeah. Could you do it again, please?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. So, do you know that exercise, or you can take it by ear?
I don't think I know that exercise.
No. Okay, it's another Schlossberg exercise. It's just it helps you going through those octaves without seeing the octave has to become big like this in your mind. Not like this, not like whoa. It's not like looking for something over the fridge, like the address of a pizza place or something like that, or a plumber, or I don't know. But it needs to be very close. When you can have things that I know it's slurred, but it's good for what you're doing. It would be a good exercise. I think it's like, I don't know, 49, 40. I don't know. It's in those in Schlossberg. You'll see it. It's so when you go, so you have, it's this close. Now it seems to be a little bit too wide in your, a little bit too far in your head. But it's not in the excerpt that you practice that. You should never practice a basic thing in excerpt because it kills the excerpt. It kills the music in it, and it kills what's special in it, and it creates sometimes more problems than anything else because you see the excerpt and you see the problem, you see how the solution. It's like no, excerpt should just be what it is, some music. But then it says you take a little note. Okay, maybe I do the go and do this in Schlossberg. Maybe I go do this in Arban. Maybe whatever. I mean, you can have a bunch of different books that you like, but you can find or you can tailor make an exercise. But that would be a good exercise for that. Let's move to the next excerpt.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, I'm stopping you because I also heard it on your. Isn't it ti ti da da?
Uh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, because you could articulate a little bit more because I hear yeah. I don't. Okay. Again, first note. Okay. Can you just start it again? I'll stop you here and there. Okay, that's good. Good. Keep going. Take a good breath each time, man. Okay, I'm not next to you. Thank you. I'm not next to you, so I don't know how much the sound was good or not good. Sorry if I'm but I have a feeling it went a little bit, a little bit. Can you stay exactly like the G when you come down? Like, stay as if you're playing the G. You just move a little bit. You don't want to go. You know, the sound, da 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 da, T, and the D. You might have to sit for pitch a little bit because of that, but you'll find it. So get sol, si re sol from there. Okay. Sometimes it's twice now that I saw this. I trying to see through the internet. You're very small on here, but I seem to see that you start and you're not ready when you start. You have to be ready, set, go. You know what I do a lot? I don't know if it's of any use to you. The first note, you know, when I was doing my little beginning of my little spiel at the beginning, I don't attack notes so much. It's kind of a release sometimes. It's like instead of doing ta, I do now most. No, you know, it's the same, but instead of doing ta, I just say da or na or da, something that works for you. Try something that's not so much T oriented, but maybe
Okay.
an or a D or da. You know, not something that's strange, but not something that's too aggressively a T. Okay, just from there, so si re sol, and sorry, Justin, what do you have to do now?
Uh, I have to
What am
not
I?
attack the.
What did I ask you to do?
You asked me to find a way to articulate the note without coming at it with a ta more.
Too much of a
Um,
T?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And
more of
try
a
to do.
release. Yeah.
Try an N. It sounds weird. Nah, nah. It's gonna be between N and a D. Nah, da, da, something in there. Okay.
Okay.
Take a lot of air. Let the air out. Let it out. Let's experiment a little bit. You have to find one that works for you. It's different for everybody. Okay. Now, thank you. Now it still has to sound. It still has to sound like a definite beginning. Now you're doing N. Let's do a D, a strong D. D. Strong D. That's almost a T. Okay. Good. Okay. So okay, we start again. Strong D, which is almost a T, and just go with that.
From there.
Yeah. Take the air. Let the air out. Sorry, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Justin. Almost a T. Don't go too far from where you are. It won't work. So go close, like a
Okay.
D that's almost a T. Listen, D and T are almost the same thing. D, T, right? So it's almost a T.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't make it more complicated than it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like the beginning better. The rest we have to see. I know we have less time now, so let's do the other excerpt.
Okay.
I have to move to the last one. But it's interesting to experiment between. You know, all these differences. You have T, D, D, G, da, do. There's a lot of possibilities. You have to find something that sits well for you. But the excerpt, again, the excerpt is not the place to experiment, right? You
Yeah.
experiment in other things. Sometimes I write myself studies that sound like the excerpt. I'll play one once you're done. Okay, so you can
Okay.
see. Okay, what's your last excerpt?
Mahler 5 opening.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good job, Justin. You will see in your continued studies how it's important to follow up with the air, you know, and in the situation, and not wait until you absolutely need it. Because if you wait until you need it, it won't be there for you. It needs to be all the time. You can. It's not the on and off a switch. Well, yeah, it's just an on switch. Stylistically, when you play. No, it's not that fast. You rush. It has to
Okay.
be rushed. But you know, if you consider the original, it's that would be if you play what's written. But Mahler wants us to move it a little bit. That's enough. Because if you change the rhythm completely, you play it very fast. You do. It sounds a little bit like. All of a sudden, so you rush a little bit, and it sounds too prepared if you do it like that. That's fine. Okay, keep some juice
Okay.
for re mi la like that. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Justin. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Justin. Well done. All right, we'll bring in Hannah Hubley. Tuba. Hi, Hannah.
Hello.
Hello, Anna.
Hi there.
Hannah, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what you're going to be playing today.
Yeah, so my name's Hannah. I'm originally from. Oh, here, let me try this. My name's Hannah. I'm originally from Airdrie, Alberta, and I'm currently studying tuba performance at the University of Lethbridge in Alberta. I just finished my third year, and today I'll be playing the first movement of the Rafe Vaughan Williams Tuba Concerto.
Great.
Can I just do a couple of test notes to make sure, like, the sound's okay? Wait. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Anna. We're gonna, since we don't have a lot of time, we'll start right away. Okay.
Okay.
And also, I listened to your YouTube. I was very impressed on your YouTube recording.
Oh,
I went like,
thank you.
whoa, that's nice. 'Cause I didn't know you really. I went like, wow, this is great. Can you bring up the volume a little bit
For
on
sure.
your end of things? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem. I heard you well playing. It's fine. Yeah. Okay. Can you play the beginning again? Because I have to say there's a big difference from the YouTube you said and how you played it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you probably playing. You were like, but you know that's the difficulty of not having a personal contact now. Because all of a sudden you're by yourself, and also you're not seeing me. Can you turn your chair so you can see each other?
Yeah.
And you don't need your music. I won't make you play the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay. No, I mean take your tuba and play from
Oh, okay.
in front. Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Okay. Yeah. Play a few notes like that to see how it goes. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's start again. Energy.
Okay. Okay. I will need my music.
Okay, Anna, I have an idea for you. So what's the thing you like you think you need to work the most on, and you're playing in general?
I'd say my breath.
Your breath.
How it flows like between registers.
Okay, and like going in the low range. I mean, it's challenging in this piece, right? Because you
Yeah.
go, it's kind of especially if you play the whole thing. The second movement is like a euphonium concerto,
Yeah.
and then the first movement is like really low. It's like I did this my low range. I mean, you have a good low range. My low range is terrible, and I need to practice to always find exercise to practice it. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna sound very bad, but I came up with this thing yesterday. What did I do? I did oh yeah. You want to try that?
Okay, just from any note.
Well, I did G because I want to work my way to F, but I don't want to start on F.
Okay.
You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So it could be G, could be higher if you want, but I think G is okay. So you do 2 octaves, you breathe, you do 2 more octaves.
Okay. I think I can only do 3 octaves if that's okay. I can't get quite that high to the the staff. I can try.
Okay, well, no, do 3 octaves is fine. So do one, then don't breathe.
Okay.
So, but really, because you need to do, but you know that's the note. Yeah, high G is a bit high, huh? Yeah. So okay, so let's do.
Okay.
So it's like G A G. Okay. So all of it is a bit. It's all legato. Okay.
Okay.
All legato. Don't rearticulate.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna start a little softer to keep some juice for the end. then you go. So you have some juice. So you can play longer at the end. So not too loud. Maybe mezzo piano. Okay, then we're gonna go. Okay, it's a semitono.
Oh my god.
It's one tone. Okay, well, anyway.
I'm sorry, I had a brain fart.
So it's a. Then. You know, so you go down. So that's the idea. I'm not going to spend the entire time on that. But what I want you to be able to do is. To be able to start there. Sorry, I'm a trombone player, not a tuba player, but those are ta well placed.
Okay.
Yeah. So but I don't want you to switch too much. I want you to have enough air. So if you slow down, you just do those three. You don't change your position too much, just more and more air. Then after that, you put the metronome. It's da dee da da da. It's like 120. Then you put it slower. Then you put it slower and slower. You need to develop the air while going down the register, while keeping a position that's an octave higher.
Okay.
It's gonna fix, not affect, but it will address a lot of things. And when you go, sorry, I hate bass trombone, but I wish I had one just to play the C in this position instead of there. But you know what I mean? To be able to re-articulate the F. So let's start again from the beginning.
Okay. Okay.
A lot of air. I don't mind if you span everything on the first two beats.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but do you understand why I'm giving you the other exercise?
Yeah.
But already it shows a little bit because we've been toying around that repertoire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's easy enough for you to go. All of those are okay. When you get lower a little bit, you kind of need to harmonize those two octaves together.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So the more you can do that, for me, what works really well is another octave because I'm a trombone player, so we have more range. But it works well because then I try to keep even a position that's higher than that. It's a bit challenging because you always want to open it a bit more. But you know, you can see how far you can go with keeping a certain position and aperture. After a while, it doesn't sound good. You have to open a little bit more. But you go from a place of control and then you open instead of going like, yeah, somewhere there. All right, let's take do, si, mi, sol, mi, do, let's see, do, mi, re, do.
Okay.
Mi, re, do. Sorry, I was a bit flat. Anyway, do. Okay, So I'm wondering if we can have a bit bouncier articulation when we go tam ta ta tam ta ta tam ta ta tam ta ta tam. That's it, right? Do see me, son. Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. When you, because you do. I go. You see, ding, did a ding, did a ding, a little bit more. You're gonna need a little bit more air because they need to be pearls, bing, 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 and it takes a bit more air. Okay. Just always, the only way you're gonna develop the capacity is by doing a little bit more each time. You cannot do one big exercise that has twice as much. Each time you play, try to do a bit more. Now, if you do that every time you play, you put your mouthpiece on your face like at least a few hundred times a day when you practice. If each time you say, I'm going to try to take a bit more, you won't even see the progress. It's just going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But you have to do it every time.
Okay.
No cheating. Okay.
No cheating.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I need more air inside of the dang da da dang da da da. More length of note because now you're doing. It's good though. It's good. What you do? Sorry. So ding tong tong tong. They're not short notes. They're just they have a little bit of a ding on it, but they're not short. And also it's a trill, huh? Not. It sounds beyond the when you play it. No, it's normal because if you can play also F like that, it sounds weird. Ta ya 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 ya. Make sure that you're doing ta ya 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 ta ta.
Okay.
If you stay oh and you just press on the valve, it won't do a trill. Ta ya 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 ta ta. All right. Okay. More bounce, longer note. You need a long note that's not not la, but ding, na ta, ding, ding,
Okay.
ding, ding, ding. Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So you played a bunch of wrong notes, but you did all the right things.
Okay.
It's okay. No, it's hey, it's fine. It's like you made all the right. You did all the right moves. You did all the right thing. I mean, you just have to put your fingers at the right place for the right note. It's coordination. But what I ask of you is good. It's very satisfying. I think we might be done. Oh, okay, Elise. I think it's time. Okay. Hey, listen, Anna. Great job. It must be fun being your teacher because you're very receptive and you made a lot of. You did everything I asked of you. So good for you and happy for your teacher.
Well, thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thanks, Hannah. Okay, on to Maddie Davis, French horn. Hi, Maddie.
Hi.
Go ahead and give us an intro and let us know where you're from. Your microphone might be a little bit quiet.
Okay. Let me just try something here. Is that better?
A little bit.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Is that better? Okay. I am from Vancouver. Well, I'm from Port Coquitlam, which is an hour outside of Vancouver. But I am going to my 4th year at the University of British Columbia.
Okay. Super.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just see if the volume's okay for the horn. It might be a bit loud now.
Yeah. Well, play and warm up a little bit. It's been a while, right? So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Let's stop there.
Okay.
So, sorry, I was muted again. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sounds great. Bravo.
Thank you.
Well done. That's Bernard Kroll, right?
Yes.
Bernard Kroll. Yeah. He he wrote a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Um, do you mind just starting again?
Sure.
I want to hear the beginning
Okay.
in the French horn idiomatic way.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Oh, that's much better. I think you tried just to play it. It's a piece for French horn. You just played like a call like that this time. The other time, I don't know. I don't know if you had your idea already when you played it. It
Yeah.
wasn't clear for me. Um, I want to ask you. Let's go out of the piece and talk just about the horn playing. Okay.
Sure.
Then we'll come back to the piece. There's
Sure.
a few things I want to work with you, and I want to see if it's very hard when you're far away and when you're not next to the person, as you know very well.
Yeah.
And French horn is the worst for that. Because it's
Yeah.
already difficult when I'm next to the person and I say, yeah. So it is my favorite instrument, I must say. So congratulations for playing it. It's the best choice you can make, a cello or French horn. I mean, I like trombone very much too, but
Yeah.
okay. So what do you do? When you start, when you warm up, what are your basic exercises that you like to do?
So normally I'll start with some harmonic series
Oh,
exercises.
just play a few things.
Okay, sure.
It's better than talking.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Okay. So this is where you start.
Yeah.
Uh, um. Okay. So then you go down, you go up. I guess. What's
Yeah.
another thing that you do?
Then I'll normally do
No, you don't need to tell me. You just
Oh
play
yeah,
a bit.
okay, sure. Stuff like that.
Okay. So something else?
Yeah, then I'll do normally
Okay, thanks. So it's a little bit what I thought. Your setup and everything you practice must be based around mid going low when you
yeah.
start. As a horn player, it doesn't matter if you play low horn or high horn now, right? Because everybody plays everything, you know.
Yeah.
Especially with smaller orchestras, you wind up, you audition for second, being able to play first. It's
Yeah.
not anymore like two Tifa horn and two alta. It's like
It's true.
just and
Yeah.
of course if you freelance also you need to be able to play first horn Monday and second horn on Tuesday and
Right.
a concerto on Friday. So
Yeah.
and a musical the rest of the 8 days. But so I think it wouldn't be bad to in their diet to have something that's or to start maybe a few or one or a few harmonics higher what you do to get going. Maybe it's a bit drastic to do right away. Do you also do exercise like this? Um, I really like that one. It's for F horn. So I'm playing F trombone. Okay.
Okay.
You do that like all open.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. So if you start there, you need to touch that middle high register a little bit earlier, maybe in your preparation.
Okay.
Because it seems when you're playing, sounds good. It really looks like you're set up to play between here. As a horn player, is in the middle of everything you have to play.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm just thinking, I don't know, you do what you want, but I'm just thinking maybe we want to add things that are like I was doing. So, sorry, I was lazy with my seventh. So let's just play that. Let's say so. It's like C major, but only an F. Nothing pressed. Okay. Let's
Okay.
try that.
So. Maybe you're
Yeah,
starting a bit low.
it's an F, not in B flat, and you don't.
Okay.
So the idea is that we're placed for this. So this is the your center is going to be that note, but you start 5 notes under.
Okay.
So maybe you want to do this first. Just mess around with the concert G.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. Yeah. So the concert G should be like a primary position,
Okay.
and then you're 5 notes under, 4 notes over, like. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It's funny, somebody who doesn't know music, it would be like he's teaching her how to play like an elephant. You know? So what we're looking for is, I mean, texturally would be like a stamp exercise. I go. So they're all fake notes, so that's why they sound weird. Sorry, I have to find the right position here. You know, but
Yeah.
what this does, and that's very important, that you place like the middle note, not the low note.
Okay.
It's not an exercise to do ta. It's an exercise to be in the middle. Ta. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So sorry. Just let me do this for a second. No, but you can try the exercise. What I'm plugging in.
Oh, sorry. You cut up a little bit there.
Okay.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah. So try.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's better. There's some chips in the sound. I don't know why not. It's not you. It's the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So eventually, can you hear me? Okay.
It's a little staticky, but I can still hear you.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Hmm.
Let me just. Okay. Maybe it's better.
I think it's better. Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Okay. So the idea is that eventually your range is more. Then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your range is more. Right now, it feels comfortable there. Right?
Yeah.
Right now, you have a range that's more. but you need to do your basic exercise there, you know, and you can come down. That's not a problem. But eventually you do. Can the other? Okay, I can still hear myself playing.
Yep, I can still hear you. It's a little.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yep. I think
Okay,
so.
sorry.
Maybe not.
Yeah. So it's gonna give you the opportunity to be placed, the grip a fifth higher, and you can always work your way down with that grip,
Okay.
but you cannot work your way up with the lower one.
Right. That makes sense, yeah.
We're definitely having some connectivity issues. Maybe we should pause there, Alain, and
thank you, Maddie.
Switch over to our final performer.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Maddie. Alain, if you're continuing to have any issues, maybe just try turning your camera off. That might help preserve some of the bandwidth.
Okay.
All right, welcome, Jackson. Jackson, go ahead, introduce yourself and let us know what you're playing.
Hi, I'm Jackson. I'm from. Oh, you're muted, Alain.
Can you hear me in real time?
Mostly, yeah. So while we're on this break, I'll just introduce myself. I'm Jackson. I'm from Chilliwack, BC. I just finished my second year at the Glenn Gould School in Toronto. So.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, and I'll be playing the first movement of the Hindemith Sonata for trombone.
Sounds good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, bravo.
Thank you.
Okay. I changed the place. I don't know, everything was okay, but I turned off the camera while you were playing. You There's a few things with the different positions. I would recommend. I'll start with easy stuff, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So a few positions.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
We'll start with the easy positions. Sorry, everything was just dandy before. I don't know why it's like that.
I can't hear you, Len, if you're speaking.
Sorry, Jackson. I think he's having some connectivity issues. So let's give it a minute. It seems like maybe he signed off and will relocate and come back on.
Okay.
Here he is.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, I think this is good. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can see you great.
Excellent.
As well.
Okay. So we're going to start with a few alternate positions.
Okay.
Okay. That's important. Okay. But we don't need to practice that. So beginning for me, I like to have a beginning that's very like this. Ta, ta, ti. A little longer. Can you do that?
Yep, absolutely.
Yo. Okay, thanks. Okay. The challenge is to keep the tempo going also, huh? Right?
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay.
Same idea. Good. It gives you the opportunity to phrase, huh? So it's good. It gives you the opportunity to phrase, which you did well now by playing a little longer, huh? That's fine. Then you kept a bit of juice so you can go. Sorry, I don't know how it sounds here because I changed the spot, but like,
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Let it release. Okay.
Yeah, and you notice that the pa 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 is louder. This one.
Yes.
More present. So when you start, keep some juice for that.
Okay.
Louder, a tad longer, not long like dull. Excited, but ta ta tee, right?
Got
Yeah,
it.
just
Okay.
play that part.
Yep.
Tita tum ta ta tum ta ta tum ta ta tum. Very nice, very nice, very nice. I would just a little more ding ding on it, just a little bit, like. Sorry. And at the end, ta 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 ta, which is normal. It's nice to come back, tati. It's just a little something, right? Then play ta yum tum ta da 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 ta yum tum tum. And I watch your YouTube thing, and I wasn't sure that in your mind you had the triplets of the piano when you played your half note.
Yeah,
Ta yum tum ta da da da. Yeah, so don't jump the pianist.
Okay.
Okay, start from there. So do si. Okay. No, nobody ever died from putting a tiny little bit of tongue on the G sharp.
Okay.
And nobody will notice. It's okay.
Okay.
Nice, good control. And you see the G sharp sounded fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same concept as of this. You know, sorry you can't see my trombone. It's the best angle I could get. I tried this maybe. Okay, good. No. Okay. You know when you play that, sometimes we put a little bit of tongue on it. It's okay like that. Doesn't show. It's okay. So it's
Okay.
Yes, no, I mean I didn't do it now, but I did the time before. Okay, I want to hear your build up. What's coming after?
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna stop there. Jackson. Okay, Jackson, thanks. So we're gonna give the impression that you have a very wide sound and wide playing there. We're gonna elongate a little bit. So I play a little bit longer. Ta yum ta 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 ta. It's still exciting, the articulation, but it's just a little bit longer because otherwise it sounds a bit like this. You know, something more like that. Sorry, I don't remember the piece, so I skipped a note somewhere, but it's okay.
Okay.
Try like ta ya ta 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 ta. Still exciting, but a little longer.
Okay.
Okay, good. Now the last one you have to place a bit. You know, with a
Gotcha.
little bit of and
Okay. Yeah.
just place a little bit the last one. Ta 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 ta. Just a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. La, sol, re, do. It's okay. It's fine. It's just a note. Okay. Pa-pa-da, pa-pa-da. That's fine. Keep going. Fa, si, 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 mi, mi. That's fine. Mi, mi, la. After that.
The body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fa, si, 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 la, mi, la, si. After oh yeah, let's start there.
Okay. Okay.
Ta 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 ta. Jackson. Ta ta ta. Now foot the poop. Ta ta ta. Hey, take enough time on. You're not long enough on the C sharp. Stay longer. Your hand moves too quickly. Ta ta ti. Yeah. Yeah. Go to the end of the note. Ta 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 ta. Yeah. Still in tempo, but ta ta ta. Take the time to play the note completely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay, but now you go ta do ta ta ta. Still the same rhythm, but you have the right idea. Okay. Now this is the most important thing is that you play. You sound really good. Okay. That you probably notice. I'm not telling you anything about other things than the piece, which is rare. I usually really sound good.
Thank you.
But you do the typical really good tenor trombone player playing his G's too low in second position. No, it's okay. It's like, you know, we are legions. Because when you play it, it sounds exactly at the right place, the right vibration, the right color. But when you listen to it, it sounds.
Okay.
And to me too, it sounds very comfortable there. But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That just
So
sounds better.
yeah, I know. So starts from do si mi again. Ta ta ti. Still with guts. So ta ta ta.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Sorry.
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, sorry.
I think it was the reverb of your ta 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 ta. Okay. The G still sounds flat a little bit.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's the ring. When you listen to the ring when you after you play it, or you can look at the video after you're done or something. But and then also sol fa si. For me, that's important. It establishes that we've done a modulation, because it's kind of a drastic modulation. So we go. It's there. Then here. And up. You see? Ta ta ta. Sorry, I'm at Quebec 442. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so Ré, Sol, 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 Fa, Do, Fa, Sol, start there.
Sorry, you're talking. This is
D, G, 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 F, D, F, G.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's hard to say in English.
Sorry, I don't know solfege, so it's my fault there. So.
Okay, you go ahead. Okay, that's good. That's good. Re, do, re, do, re, do. Fa, do, so. And then it's just, and you know, I give you maybe an idea. Sorry, I haven't played it in like, I don't know, 10, 15 years, but I kind of remember it. So you know, it has to sing a lot. It has to be like, needs to be a bit of drama in it.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so just start where I started.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, but you need to keep the pulse going. So yeah, it's okay. You make sure you keep, you know, I play like more deliberate, but the beat keeps going. You have tum 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 tum, you know, and you know, so it goes yatta to chunk kadang 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 kadang.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep it rolling. Okay.
Keep it rolling. Yeah. Good job, man.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay. Well, that's it for today. Very, very good.
Thank you so much. I really
good spirit, good sound, everything. Super.
Thank you.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Alain, thank you so much for your expertise and your guidance. And
well, thank you. You guys sounded great. That makes me want to go practice some more.
Yeah, it's a fabulous class. Congratulations, everyone. Any final questions or anything before we wrap up? All right. Great job. Thanks for playing, everybody. Alain, thank you, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bravo, everybody.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.